car. You want to go bye-bye? Want to go for a walk? Huh? You want to go outside? Okay, go. Well, good morning, church. It is a beautiful Monday morning. I thought it would be a good time to just kick out a quick devotional. Um, the video started with my dog running around the property, and the interesting thing about Harley is she does love to get outside and run around the property. The thing that she loves about it is that I let her kind of run on her own. We don't put a leash on her when we're out here. We just let her go. Um, Sort of the rule for her is that if I whistle to her or call her back, she comes right back, and she always is pretty obedient with that. Interesting thing, when if we do go somewhere where we have to put a leash on her, she fights against the leash. She does not like to have it around her neck or her harness on. She just fights against that, and that sort of reminded me of us with sin. Sin is a leash that we that ends up around our necks, but through Christ we are set free from that. And that brought me to Romans chapter 6, and I thought I'd share that with you this morning. Do you not know that if this is Romans 6:16? Do you not know that if you present yourselves to anyone as obedient slaves, you are slaves of the one to whom you obey, either of sin, which leads to death, or of obedience, which leads to righteousness? But thanks be to God that you were once slaves to sin. You who were once slaves to sin have become obedient from the heart to the standard of teaching to which you were committed, and having been set free from sin, have become slaves of righteousness. Paul goes on to describe that he's speaking in human terms, and those are terms that we can understand, and we might not really quite appreciate what's being said there with the terminology that he's using. But if we consider sin, and one of the easiest ways for us to look at how entrapped we get in that is to consider addiction. We will look at that, and most of us know people that have been addicted to different things, and we can recognize the collar or the leash that it has placed on them. They can't go where they would even desire to go because the sin has so entrapped them. And many of us would look at that and say, yes, that's other people, but the reality is when we sin and when we engage in sin, that's what sin does to us. We can't worship before God. We can't come before God with a calm heart. That's why when you sin, when you're actively engaging in sin, one of the last things you want to do is pick up your Bible or go to church. So I would encourage you, as we look at this, who are you a slave to? Who do you serve? Do you serve God in obedience? When God says, come this way, do you go that way? Or do you serve yourself in as subsequently as a result of that, serve sin? In this time that we have, really this downtime, so to speak, I would encourage you, submit yourselves unto God and begin to grow in that relationship. Invest in things that are eternal, not in the things that are of this world or of sin, but invest in the things that are eternal. And to help you along with that, we're going to continue to kick out devotionals through the Facebook and website and all of that. But we've also given you access to Right Now Media for you and your family to engage in some Bible studies and other things. So I encourage you with your family, pick out some Bible studies, go through them, grab your Bible and sit down with your wife, your husband, your kids, your grandma, your grandpa, your grandkids, and just spend some time with God. With that, God bless, and I hope to see you again soon.